astrological plans.
Hi! Today I'm going to be doing an updated flip through of my grimoire. I posted a poll on my Instagram stories asking what video you guys wanted to see this week, if you wanted an updated flip through or all the materials I use, and an updated flip through won by a complete landslide. If you want to see what it looked like a year and a half ago, you can just scroll probably like 4 or 5 videos down and see what it looked like. There's not a ton of changes, but there are a few. And also all the info about this book, who made it, where I got it, all that is in that previous video. So I wasn't going to dig into it in this one. So yeah, this is my grimoire. A grimoire is basically a textbook you put together for yourself of all of the knowledge that you've gathered. There's not a ton of personal info in here. It's just my basics basically. And then I do have one that I keep to myself that I don't share with anybody. Can you guys imagine what that one looks like? I'll never show it to anybody. But anyway, this is the one I show you guys because it's pretty basic. Basic info like astrology, wheel of the year, and things like that. So let's just get into it. This is the little lining on the inside, and then this is my cover page. I just wanted a fun kind of gothic cathedral, gothic window inspired design and my last name. And then you flip open, and this is the first section. This is like the marker of the first section, which is the wheel of the year. So after this, it's just going to be all about the wheel of the year. I really love this illustration. I love how the black background like really contrasts everything else. I do try to keep it monochromatic for the most part, even though I sprinkle in a little color here and there. This are the pages for Samhain, and please forgive me if I mispronounce any of these. I'm horrible with pronunciation. I'm a visual person. I really like to represent the correspondence for these holidays and celebrations. I really like to see them on the page. I do try to make them look similar, the pages, but I also want them to have like their own vibe as well. I want them to like, sisters, not twins type of thing. I want them to feel cohesive, but stand alone on their own, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're just going through the Wheel of the Year section. And I think they're really pretty. I love these roses on this page. I love that bee. I draw the bee a lot. And I add little gold accents on this one. And the dandelions. I'm not a floral person, and I really went ham on that page with a lot of florals. This was the first page I ever created in this book when I got it. You can tell how my style has changed a lot. That was actually the last Wheel of the Year page that I created. You can definitely tell, from when I started to the last one that I made. And I think it's really fun. This book is like such a walkthrough of like how my style has changed and how it's changing again. You'll see when we get to like the newer sections. And then after this, it goes into the astrology section. And that cover page is like one of my favorites. Basically, what I write on each page is I go through the history and traditions of the celebration. I do a tarot card spread, I do correspondence, and then I do like what I want to do, basically. And then this is the astrology cover page. I love this. I hid little like planetary symbols all throughout it. And yeah, the stars and the planets, it just turned out so beautifully. And then after this, it goes into each zodiac. So the zodiac signs, for each one, I basically just did their constellation, their element, their symbol, their ruling planet, their tarot card that's associated with them, and like a flower that's associated with them. And I did that for each one. And again, each one has like a different arch border. I tried to give them their own personalities. Again, making them feel cohesive and connected, but also their own unique thing. Leo and Virgo were the very first ones that I created. I believe the Virgo one was actually first. I'm a little partial because I'm a Virgo. And it's my favorite page. And you can kind of see on one side where I left the little lines that I drew to write, and now I don't even do those anymore. Scorpio is also another one of my personal favorites. I don't know, it's just that black on that death card just really pops. And it's one of my personal favorites. And there's Sagittarius and Capricorn. You can kind of see how I experimented with the different style borders. And then there's Aquarius and Pisces. Same with the wax seal. I was just trying to make Pisces a little different, little something else. And then after this, we go into the astrological wheel page or planetary wheel page. I have a list of the planets over here on the side, and the sun kind of flips out. And then we have the wheel where you actually spin the planets and can line them up into the house that they're currently in, what astrological sign that they're currently in. I do like to be pretty gentle with this page just because I'm so scared these are going to come off, because I mean this is made of paper, like 100%, except for like the paper craft fastener in the middle there. But they are pretty sturdy. They're made of like 200 GSM paper, but I still like to be a little extra careful. You can spin them individually. You can move them all together at once. Occasionally, probably a couple times a month, I come in here and put them all in alignment where they are. This is just, I know a lot of pages are my favorite, but this is truly my favorite page in this book, and I can't wait to add more elements like this in my book. Again, the little sun folds out and you can see the planets, and then this is going to go into planet pages. You can see I have Neptune in the works here. I've kind of run into an issue because I don't know how to cover that paper brad just yet. So that's why these pages have kind of been on hold, because I don't know how to cover that brad and incorporate it nicely. And then I have all the planet pages marked out in pencil. So it's going to be planets, and then when the planet or the astrology section ends after the planets, it's going to go into moons. This will be a big page for the next section all about moons. It's going to be moons of the year, the moon phases, blood moons, blue moons, all info like that is going to be in here. And then the first part of it will be the moons of the year, which you guys have seen me work on this channel. You've seen the wolf moon and the snow moon. We worked on those together a little bit. And then I have a few of the moons at the back of this section. So the next moon we're going to work on will be the worm moon. That will be the moon for March. And then I have the other ones marked out in pencil. The very first one I worked on was the hunter's moon for the full moon in October. And then I did the beaver moon and the cold moon. I do try to change up their color just a little bit, so it's kind of seasonal-esque or symbolic to the moon, or something like that kind of is the vibe I'm going for. I really wanted the leaves to kind of like turn orange and red and fall off and be replaced with snowflakes. And then, you know, as the seasons change, they turn green and, you know, bloom back up. This page will be for all about the moon phases. And then this will be about the blue moons, blood moons, things of that nature. And that's all I have right there. So this is like the chunk that I've taken up in this book so far. And then this is how much I have left in this book. So honestly, I don't know if I'll ever fill it up. Honestly, I might leave it blank for, you know, future generations to fill in if they want to. Yeah. So basically, like, I created this in order for it to be passed down to my kids, my grandkids, even if they're not into witchy things or stuff like that. They will still have a fully hand illustrated book by me that's full of my art and my writing, and I love that. Could you imagine being a kid and finding this in like your grandma's attic? Wouldn't you just be like completely blown away? Like completely blown away? Crazy. So this is just going back through and showing you some of my absolute favorites, and it's really the cover pages because I just get to be, I don't know, I just get to do like really crazy illustrations, and that's something I really want to start incorporating into this book, is more full page illustrations like the cover pages, and I might just kind of throw them in at random. I thought about doing that. And then another one idea I have is back here at the back. You can kind of see I keep a few of my things tucked in there, is I really want to do a really lovely family tree illustration, either on one page or like a really cool double page spread. But I have sketches of it, but obviously nothing's on paper yet. It's still kind of playing around with it. So eventually I think I will add like a really pretty family tree illustration in the back. And yeah, that's my updated grimoire. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.